Today, let's talk about an incredible record label in hip-hop. A time when the beats were raw, the lyrics were sharp, and the culture, electric. It wasn't just music, it was movement, rebellion, and identity all rolled into one. Right in the thick of it all, Cold Chillin Records. A label that didn't just ride the wave of hip-hop's rise, it helped create the tide. Now, if you've never heard of Cold Chillin, don't worry. You're not alone. But trust me, their fingerprints are all over the genre. You've definitely felt its impact. From the flows you hear today to the beats that still knock, Cold Chillin helped shape the blueprint. This label wasn't just part of hip-hop history, it was hip-hop history. A cornerstone in the foundation of the culture. Founded in the mid-80s by Tyrone Williams, aka Fly Ty, Cold Chillin was home to some of the most legendary MCs to ever bless a mic. Fly Ty had a vision, to give the streets a voice and the underground a platform. I'm talking about names like Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap, Biz Markie, and the genius himself, Marley Marl. These weren't just artists. They were architects of a sound that would echo for decades. These artists weren't just rappers. They were poets, prophets, and pioneers. They painted vivid pictures of street life, struggle, and swagger. They were storytellers, pioneers, blueprinters of what hip-hop would become. Every verse was a chapter, every rhyme a revelation. And Cold Chillin? That was their launchpad. A creative hub where raw talent met bold production. Their style? East Coast grit with a whole lot of funk. It was streetwise, stylish, and unapologetically real. They brought us Ain't No Half Steppin', The Symphony, Vapors, classics that still hit like a freight train. These tracks didn't just top charts, they defined eras. Every track, a piece of New York's soul. You could hear the boroughs in the bars, the pavement in the percussion. But what made Cold Chillin special wasn't just the music, it was the vision. A belief that hip-hop was more than a trend, it was a revolution. They believed in hip-hop as an art form when the industry was still treating it like a fad. They saw the future when others only saw noise. They gave young black voices a mic and a message. They gave the unheard a way to be unmissable. Many talented artists were on the label, including Master Ace, Big Daddy Kane, The Genius, Kool G Rap, Biz Markie, MC Sheehan, Roxanne Shante, Diamond Shell, Granddaddy IU, and more. Of course, it wasn't all smooth. The industry changed, and not everyone could keep up. By the mid-90s, the label struggled to keep up with the shifting sounds of hip-hop. The West Coast was rising, and the game was evolving fast. The West Coast was rising, the sound was changing, and Cold Chillin slowly faded from the charts. But their influence? That never faded. But the legacy? That never left. It lives on in every tribute, every sample, every shout-out. You can hear it in the flow of your favorite modern MCs. The cadence, the confidence, it's all part of the Cold Chillin DNA. You can feel it in the DNA of every boom-bap beat. That raw, unfiltered energy, that's the Cold Chillin spirit. Cold Chillin didn't just drop records, they passed the torch. They lit the path for generations to follow. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you are an artist or band, be sure to check out the description of this video. There are a ton of resources to help your music career.